Hello, Gemini. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your mini reading advice for the week, starting Monday, March 22nd through Sunday, March 28th. General, as always, it will not resonate with every single person, so please do take from it what makes sense for you as always. Release the rest. If you're interested in your own reading, that info is down below in the description box. I'll include a link to my deck shop because I'll be featuring a bunch of my card decks here this time around, and of course cross watchers are absolutely welcome. So Gemini, let's get started. I'm going to use my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck to begin with. Let's grab a couple messages from here. So what is it that you need to know for the week? What's the advice? I'm guided to this one. We have alone, okay, and it does say we spend so much time trying to find that ideal partner, our soulmate, we forget to throw that energy into ourselves, to find love within yourself first before you can find that love elsewhere. It will find you once you can spend time alone and get to a place where you enjoy spending time with you. All right, so that's the advice perhaps for some of you, that you need some alone time, some downtime to just be enjoying your own company. All right, let's grab another card. We've got rhythm. We have so much chaos going on throughout the world. I have to tune it out when it gets to be too much. Before I know it, I'm in my own little world where it's just me, my thoughts, my music, and songs that uplift me, songs that calm me because it's about us. You are the rhythm in my heart. Interesting. Okay, so some of you might just be spending time alone at home, just kind of relaxing and enjoying the comforts of home, listening to music. However, whoever it is that you're thinking about for this reading, they're still very much a part of your thoughts, but maybe right now you're just using this week to regroup, to reassess where things are at in your life and in a particular connection that you might be focused on. All right, so let's add to this. I'm going to pull from my Silhouettes deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please. For Gemini. All right, what else do we need to know? Advice for the week for Gemini. We've got summertime here. June, July, August, specifically Gemini. This is a part of your own energy, but it can include Cancer, Leo, and Virgo also. So that could be your person's sign. Illuminated paths also. So the summertime might be of significance for some of you. Interesting how we've got the winter time right next to it. So these two seasons might play a significant role for some of you. Take whatever part of that makes sense, because we've got signs here: Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces for winter. December, January, February are the months reflected there. And then we've got, as I've mentioned, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo for the summertime. So, you know, we're reading for a large number of people here, so your person's sign might be one of these signs. But if it's not here, that doesn't mean these messages don't apply. Okay, so let's add to this. Let's see what else. We have ripple effect. It started with a simple hello that led to a smile. That smile led to a kiss. That kiss led me straight to your heart, and the rest is history. All right, so there's somebody here that you are for sure focused on, but you might not be with them right now because you're spending time on your own, or you could be single right now. We have deception. When the smoke clears, the truth will be revealed. So something deceptive could have been going on in your life in regard to a romantic connection here. And the truth always comes out, you know. So if there's something that relates to that, Gemini, that you're aware of, it might create some drama here, you know, which is why it would be best for you to spend time on your own this week to maybe formulate a plan or come up with some sort of plan, is what I keep coming up with, as to what it is that you could do to either avoid this or to address it or to fix it. And then we've got sight. Sometimes we don't see what we need to see until after it's gone. Now, what I get for some of you is you're alone because you're in separation from somebody that you have so much love for still. You care for this person. There's the attraction, there's the chemistry, but maybe why you're not together is because there was deception going on. It could have been infidelities. It could have been cheating. It could have been a betrayal. It could have been a third-party situation. We have legacy. The decisions, the actions you make today will affect their future. Be mindful of what you choose to leave behind for the next generation. Okay? Some of you guys could have already had children together, or if you're able to relate to this, how you interact with the next generation in your family. Those who are younger than you, who might be like family or like your children. Just be mindful of those actions, because in a way that in and of itself is a ripple effect also. Wow, let's grab one more message here. What else, please, for Gemini? We've got bitterness, and take this only if it makes sense, because it does say when someone else lives happily ever after with the one you love. That could be why there's deception here, if there was cheating going on, okay? So spending time on your own might be a good thing. And then we've got sexual appetite. It's just a matter of time before we cave into this intense desire. If there was cheating going on here, Gemini, and obviously if that makes sense for your story, you'll already know that maybe there was a line that was crossed, there were boundaries that were crossed, two people who ended up having sex that shouldn't have, you know. There's deception that's represented here. Interesting. We've got curiosity. You won't know unless you ask. So if you have a question to ask somebody, it's true. You're not going to know unless you take the time to ask them. Just plain ask them. What are they thinking? And lastly, we've got point of view. You've turned my world upside down. So you guys definitely made an impact on each other's lives. But if there was deception going on here, it could have presented itself to be a really huge challenge. So you need to be able to just have some downtime, have some alone time is what I'm getting here, right from the very beginning. Especially if the person that you're interested in is with someone else. Okay, so that's a very specific message coming through for you. Gemini, take that if it makes sense. Obviously, if it doesn't make sense at this point, it's not your message this week, because that's a very specific storyline. Okay, so let's add some tarot to this. I'm going to pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle Tarot with a twist. And if you're not familiar with this deck, it is a tarot deck that I created that includes new oracle messages, new court cards, in addition to all of the usual tarot messages. So let's go ahead and take a look, Gemini, and see what else needs to come through. The Duke of Air represents divine masculine energy, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. So we are focusing on Geminis here. So this is you, my masculines, coming through in this reading. You want to be able to share your feelings with your feminine. The Duke of Air tends to be very chatty. They love to talk. They love a good conversation. This is someone who gets along well with everybody. They're easily approachable. Once they get into a relationship, this is someone who's fully invested, emotionally invested, faithful, trustworthy, a devoted husband, a doting father. Okay, so this perhaps is what some of you need to work through if you're not in this energy yet, because clearly there was deception that was going on here. But look at that, you've got the Four of Wands, 1111, make a wish, you're on the right path, or at least this is where you're headed. I love how it's all about happy families and reunions, people that you will have a reunion with. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love connection. It could be family as well. But for some of you guys, you might just have that reunion this week with somebody that you have been thinking about. But it's also very important for you to have some downtime to spend time alone. Okay? For some of you, you might be heavily thinking about your twin flame and you guys might connect this week. That's a possibility. Or you're just thinking about them. We've got the aura of fire. So wands is fire energy. For some of you guys, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius could be your person. We've got lots of signs coming through here. It's time to get moving. Follow your passions, goals, and dreams that light a fire under your feet and propel you forward in life. You've sat on your laurels for long enough. So many opportunities are presenting themselves to you. Pay attention and take advantage of all these amazing blessings. Take no action and miss out. It's your choice. So what I get for some of you is maybe you've already been doing this, spending time on your own, or you've just been single for a very long time. But this is also letting you know that it's time to get moving in every aspect of your life, not just your love life. Because there are opportunities and even blessings that want to present itself to you, but those things might just pass you by if you don't take any sort of action. We've got the King of Cups here. Interesting, followed by the Queen of Swords, because the Duke of Air and the Queen of Swords could actually be a really good match, an equal match, perfect match. Okay, but we do have two masculine energies and one feminine energy here, so that could have been a third-party situation for some of you. And again, I'm feeling that some of you got involved with someone who was already married, perhaps. So, pretty complicated, no doubt, which is why some of you are spending time on your own. There are reunions that are possible here, though. So if somebody comes back into your life, if they were, for example, if they were with someone else before, maybe they're free to be with you at this point. Okay, anything's possible. So let's go ahead and grab some dialogue messages here. I'm going to pull from, if I can grab it, hold on. I've got so many cards on my desk. And this deck is so skinny, sorry. It's stuck. There we go. All right, this is my Heavenly Hearts Oracle deck when love is out of this world. So let's see what the dialogue is for the week between you and the person that you love, the person that you're thinking about. What is it that you want to say to one another, Gemini? All right, let's grab this card. You're being divinely guided towards a different path. That is where your happiness lies. Okay, so maybe there's a reason for that alone time to help you figure out a different way to go. That's for some of you. Sometimes I stop and stare up at the heavens, wondering what I ever did to deserve a love so true and someone like you. My heart is mending because of your love. Okay? So it's actually helping to heal someone's heart. Maybe it's your love, or that's how you feel about the love that they've given you. You make me ecstatically, ridiculously happy. Okay? This person makes you really happy, Gemini, even though you guys might not be together. You had my heart right from the start. Yep. Let's grab one more. Oh my gosh, marry me. So here's the thing, if someone's taken, that makes it a little bit more difficult. But for those of you who are truly free to explore where this is going to go, some of you guys might be thinking of proposing this week, okay? Or at least talking about a life with this person moving forward in the future where marriage is a possibility. All right. So let's go ahead and add some additional messages. I'm going to pull from my newest Heart Songs deck. This is volume 2, Heart Songs of the 90s. So if you're not familiar with the songs, see if you resonate with the lyrics. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. So let's grab a couple of songs here. If You Had My Love by Jennifer Lopez. If you had my love and I gave you all my trust, would you comfort me? And if somehow you knew that your love would be untrue, would you lie to me and call me baby? Now if I give you me, this is how it's got to be. First of all, I won't take your cheating on me. Tell me, who can I trust if I can't trust in you? And I refuse to let you play me for a fool. Oh my God. So, I mean, that has presented itself here, that there were possible infidelities and deception. All right, moving forward. If wishes came true, by Sweet Sensation. I love you madly and I need you badly. Give our love one more chance. If wishes came true and all the dreams at night of love were real, I'd be holding you. If wishes came true, then I would be that someone always special in your heart. We would still be lovers, not apart. Man, the combination of these messages, you know? So some of you guys were lovers at one point in time, but if there was cheating going on, third parties, someone was married, that more than likely is why you're not together. So you are being directed, for some of you, to go in a very different path from where you've been. But there's somebody here who has truly captured your heart. All right, so let's go ahead and add to this. So I'm going to wrap things up with these last two decks. The Time Traveler Oracle, when you just need to know when. So if you have a when question, it doesn't have to be about your love life. It could be about anything. I'll go ahead and grab a few cards from this deck. Go ahead and ask your question. So we're going to grab some time frames here as to when something might happen. Is it going to happen this week? Let's take a look. Or do you have to wait a little bit longer? Oh my God, today. So something might happen today or whenever you happen to watch this reading. At the time that you watch it, something of significance might happen for some of you on that very day. Let's grab a couple more. There's a longer period for some of you. We have 11 months coming through here, and then we have 3 weeks. So we've got all sorts of time frames presenting itself here. Time is fluid, it's constantly changing, so take these with a grain of salt, but that is what's presenting itself in this reading. All right, so lastly, for those of you who are needing a yes, no, maybe answer, this is the deck, the Definitive Answers Oracle. So let's take a look. Go ahead and ask your question, and again, it doesn't have to just be about a love connection. It could be about anything. I'll go ahead and grab 3 cards from this deck. All right, so go ahead and ask your question and let's see what the answers are. We have you bet, so that's a yes. This one says don't take no for an answer. And we have yes, please. So very positive answers coming through there. Pretty much yes all across the board, you know? So hopefully that's a good yes for those of you who have a particular question that you asked at the time that I was pulling these cards. And that's what's coming through for the week, guys. There's some challenging messages presenting itself here, but take this time while you're spending time on your own to be able to heal, to be able to come up with a better plan for the future. But there are possibilities for reunions here, especially when it comes to a twin flame connection. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. If you are interested in your own reading, that info is down below. And I'll see you guys real soon. Have a great week.